When I opened my eyes again, the smell of pancakes drifted through the air. I froze. In front of me was a familiar high school classroom. Sunlight streamed through the windows, desks, a chalkboard, and beside me sat a nervous girl who kept glancing over her shoulder. My best friend, Emma Collins. She was trying to look casual, but the guilty expression on her face gave her away. I followed her gaze. At the back of the classroom sat a boy. Logan Parker. In the future, he would become a rising star in the tech industry. He was also the man who destroyed Emma's life. In my last life, Emma gave him everything. When she couldn't afford food, she brought him breakfast every morning. When he couldn't, he paid tuition. She secretly took money from home to help him. When he wanted to start a company, she worked part-time doing bookkeeping while filming short videos online to save money for him. And when he finally became successful, he forgot everything. I still remembered the words he said to her. Emma, you just helped me a little when I was broke. Do you expect me to be grateful forever? Later, the woman he was seeing tampered with a car tire in order to push Emma out of his life. The crash killed both Emma and me. So when I realized I had returned to high school, only one thought filled my mind. This time, I would never let Emma get close to him. I stretched my hand across Emma's desk. I'm hungry. Give me the breakfast in your drawer. Emma blinked in surprise. Just give it to me. Reluctantly, she handed me the warm pancakes. I started eating. Emma whispered, confused, You never eat breakfast. I looked at her young, bright face, and my chest tightened. In my previous life, she barely ate later on, always afraid Logan might think she wasn't attractive enough. I shrugged. Just felt like it today. But a moment later, Emma pulled another breakfast from her desk. When no one was looking, she quietly slipped it into Logan's desk drawer. I nearly choked. When she returned, she whispered to me, Lily, don't you think Logan is kind of handsome? I answered immediately, Sure, but I've heard he's a player. Emma's eyes widened. Really? I nodded seriously. Really? I had completely made that up. But it didn't matter. Once he had money, he became far worse. Just then, a small note landed on Emma's desk. She opened it. It read, Thanks for the breakfast. It was great. Emma's face turned bright red. How did he know it was me? But my heart sank. In my previous life, Logan never discovered who gave him breakfast until graduation, unless he had returned to Chapter Dois. For the next several months, Emma still brought Logan breakfast every day. So I volunteered. I'll deliver it for you. Emma gratefully handed it over. Thanks, Lily. From that day on, I started adding strange things to his breakfast. Ink, peppermint oil, chili powder. Once I even dropped in an ant. But Logan was so poor, he ate everything anyway. Every single time. It was unbelievable. Even worse, after a whole semester of Emma feeding him, he actually gained weight. During PE, when he played basketball, girls screamed from the sidelines. It annoyed me so much that I sent an anonymous email to the school. I reported that some boys were lifting their shirts during basketball games inappropriately. The principal actually came to inspect the court. Logan and several others were pulled aside and lectured on the spot. After that, he never lifted his shirt again. Chapter 3. Eventually, I pulled Emma into filming short videos with me. I used some money my dad had hidden away and bought her a second-hand smartphone. After school vlogs, I told her Emma didn't really understand, but she tried. At first, no one watched. Then during summer break, she posted more frequently. A few videos suddenly went viral. Soon she landed a $3,000 brand deal. Emma was ecstatic. Hot pot is on me. I smiled. In truth, I was earning more than she was, but I never said anything. I just wanted her future to depend on herself. Not your amant. Chapter 4. Just when I thought everything had finally changed, I saw a message online. Logan's father had accumulated massive gambling debts. Logan was planning to drop out of school to work. My first reaction was to call Emma. She didn't answer. Not the first time. Not the second. Finally, on the 6th call, she picked up. Her voice was shaking. Lily, I'm at Logan's house. Please call the police. When officers and I arrived, Logan was standing in front of Emma, covered in blood. Several debt collectors had been restrained on the ground. Emma looked at him with something close to admiration. I almost lost my mind. I punched her lightly on the back. Wake up! If it weren't for him, you wouldn't even be in this situation. Emma stared at me silently. Chapter 5. Later, I discovered she had secretly paid Logan's tuition, several $1,000s. Money she had earned from her videos. I was furious. Go get it back right now, Emma shook her head. He'll pay me back someday. He works so hard. It would be a shame if he had to drop out because of money. I didn't argue anymore. That was just who she was. Whenever someone was struggling, she couldn't help but reach out. Just like the time I was bullied in school, she was the only one who stood up for me. That night, Emma came to my house carrying a bag full of snacks. I'm treating you to dinner tomorrow. I'm busy, I said. She shrugged. Then I'll invite Logan instead. I immediately changed my mind. I'm free. Chapter 6. Later, we both got accepted to the same engineering university in the South. I thought we had finally left Logan behind. But on the first day of freshman orientation, he appeared. I changed my college choice, he said. I didn't want to be too far away. Emma simply replied calmly, We're just classmates. Logan froze. For the first time, I felt relieved. Chapter 7. Years later, Logan became successful early with an AI startup. He was the star of the campus startup world. But by then, Emma had long moved on. She had her own company, her own career, her own life. Then someone attempted to sabotage her product launch, putting her company at risk of massive losses. The person behind it was Logan, because he knew that if Emma became too successful, she would never need him again. In the end, the court ordered him to pay $3 million in damages and face criminal charges. The only time I visited him in detention, I smiled and said, I'm jealous of you. You found a job with free housing and meals before even graduating. Unlike us, we still have bright futures ahead. I turned and walked away. The sun outside was warm. Emma was waiting for me near the entrance. She smiled. Ready to go? I nodded. Let's go. This time, she finally saved herself.